You made it. Of course I thought you were going to ditch. You didn't exactly make me privy to that beforehand. If we're going to make this work, we have to make everyone believe it. Now, since you are my suitor and future husband, in the future, make me aware of your plans. Thank you. Now, I think we have stayed in the corner for too long. That mother is now looking at us. Would you like to meet them? And why not? I mean, they are my parents, even if they do hold titles. I see. Your hometown does it differently. Oh, where are you from? I don't think we've ever had that conversation. I see. No, we don't really ever see anyone from the Isles. Here, at least. The people that do come from there are noblemen. Of course, you're my first commoner I've actually ever met. Well, that hasn't been fawning my family in gifts. But enough of that. I think my parents are getting a bit antsy. At least 2 dances. And then we can go out into the market. You've promised to take me there. You wouldn't go back on your promises, would you? Follow me. If we're caught doing this, the entire palace is going to know. Of course. It's bad enough that we're getting ready to sneak out, but much less I have a man in my room. Oh, stop it. That is one thing I do miss about noblemen. They have manners. Now, what exactly is this festival? Oh, is that a common celebration? I don't think I've ever been taught that, actually. Well, nothing. I can admit my shortcomings, I just don't think this is one of them. Oh, please, like you can admit all your shortcomings and trust me, there's plenty. Well, it's just that I've never been out of the castle except for the 4 times you've taken me. They've never actually been to a festival. Yes, that does include the ones that are held in my honor. Father never liked me being around anybody that gave me a sense of normalcy, I guess. Wanting me to be prim and proper, I guess, something along those lines is what he said. I honestly couldn't remember. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a noble? I just thought that since we have to keep this act up for another month, I should at least try and be nicer to you. If you prefer me being rude, then that's what I thought. Now, answer the question. Really? Oh. I guess I just always assumed that everyone would want to have a spot in the palace. I never actually thought about it that way. The freedom you have being a sailor, what is that like? I know all the tangents that they go on, the stories that they tell. The royal fleet tells them all, but I want to hear it from you. You have a very unbiased opinion of it all, I think. Oh, no, Is that something that everyone experiences? I. Well, being brought up and raised and I guess molded to fit the throne, I've never actually been able to experience that feeling. The carefree and I guess almost relaxed days. My relaxed days, well, they mostly consider, they mostly consist of horseback riding or reading, but that still ties into my studies. That is until I met you. You're a terrible influence. I mean, you're making the crown princess sneak out of the castle every night almost, and I don't know, breaking every code of etiquette I've ever known. For God's sake, I was in a tavern last night. Now, I think it's time that we actually go to the festival. What dress should I wear? Don't wear a dress. I'm sorry. I don't. Well, I have peasant clothing. As in. You brought that for me, haven't you? Fine. But if I look like a beggar, it's on you. Just give me the bag. This won't take me long. Commoner clothing is not that intricate, and I'm used to, well, this. Feel free to entertain yourself in my room if you wish. I'm sure you can find something. Now, how do I look? Like a... like... I, I guess that is what I was going for. As long as I'm still beautiful in your eyes, I'm sure I'm beautiful to everyone. You just seem very hard to please is all. Now, I think we have stayed in here long enough. Oh, yes, I do have a very extensive library in my room. Well, reading is a escape from reality for me. It gives me that same peaceful feeling I guess the sea brings you. Why? Oh, which book was it? I'm sure I've already reread it multiple times. That wasn't a book, actually. That was my journal. No, it's fine. If it was you that read it, I'm okay. Well, of course I've written about you in there. Well, I guess so, yes. My knowledge of the Isles, where you were from. Oh, well, I guess that's where most of the magic users reside, correct? That's the area that I'm most familiar with. But I'm guessing that the other side is where most of the barbarians stay. There are gladiators, I believe, that come from there. Most of them are champions. At least that's what my uncle says. I'm not much for that, to be honest. Oh. Well, I'm assuming you came from the magic side, correct? You... the barbarian side. Well, I guess that would be fitting for your brash attitude. No, it's just shocking. I've known you for months now, and you're just now telling me this. Would you maybe like to take a trip to the coastline? It's not a very far walk from here, but I think I would enjoy that better than the festival right now. Perfect. I have to just say it. My handmaiden, she's aware of our arrangement. And with that being said, she was told things that you've told me, just to ease her mind of who you were, and in light of what you recently told me, I have to ask, you're really not a merchant, are you? You are a sailor, though, and you do deliver goods, but you're not a merchant. Then you're a pirate, aren't you? Why didn't you just tell me that? Well, I know, but then why in the God's name were you at my party? Yes, the suitor's party if you're a pirate. What possibly could you gain from that? What do you mean? It was to see me. Why? Well, I'm assuming if you wanted to kidnap me, you would have already done it. Of course I'm upset. You withhold this information from me for the months you've known me, and then just expect me to... Wait. No. I'm feeling very dizzy.